hey. Oh. The demon home too, pussy. Demon home.
Hey, cuz, are you still rapping?
Got to. Nigga tryna fuck me in. Nigga tryna fuck me out.
Yeah.
Nigga tryna fuck me in. Nigga tryna fuck me out.
Yeah.
Fuck me in the pen. Tried to turn me out. I ain't going in. I ain't getting out.
Alright, so this video is going to be on Saturn. So, what is Saturn? Saturn is the planet of restrictions, limitations, discipline, fame, your father, connections, career, old age. Which zodiac signs are best for Saturn to have in its house? First one will have to be, of course, Capricorn, because it's home to Saturn. Next would have to be Gemini. Well, Capricorn, because it's home. Also, like I said, the zodiac sign is kind of similar to the planet, so it's kind of gives it the same idea. I don't know, now I'm thinking about it though, it all depends on how you take it in. Because if you have Capricorn and Saturn, that means you feel limitations in all of those statements I just made. So you can feel limited in your connection with your father, or you can feel limitations in your career due to Capricorn being in its home. Or it could be considered stable due to you having Capricorn to bring that stability. But it's good in Gemini as well. If you have like communication issues, it could probably make you become like restricted on what you say, and try to more like analyze what you're saying in your head and then put it into words. So work on your communication more if you're having Saturn and Gemini. Worst placements for Saturn to be in will be the Mars energy, so Aries and Scorpio, and then Aquarius and Libra. So let me get into why. So for the Mars energy, Aries, is because if you have Saturn in there, you might have issues with putting yourself out there as an individual, like by yourself, where no one else is like trying to take from you career-wise. Or if you have a lot of siblings, you could have an issue with kind of letting them take over who you are as a person, where you have to kind of be like push yourself in the background of them and let them like shine bright amongst your siblings, or just career-wise. Just have a hard time putting yourself out there as an individual, or finding your path as an individual. Finding that fierce energy that an Aries most likely have. Also, even weight issues, because Aries is always like put with health and taking care of yourself and being outgoing with athletic traits. So like basketball, football, stuff like that. Gym, working out, and all that. Okay, and then we have Scorpio. Scorpio automatically deals with like debate, sex. So maybe you might not have a sexual partner until you're like late in age, because just like sexual contact kind of runs away from you in that sense. Or you might have sexual partners, but you're just not satisfied until you're like older in age and you experience a lot of sexual intercourse with multiple people or one person, until you probably like hit around your 50s or something. Then it kind of gets more enjoyable for you, or just later in age. Also, with Scorpio being there, it kind of puts a limitation on that Mars energy, that fiery energy. Also, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto on its own. So that's already a dark kind of planet. So just that double darkness is kind of too much with it being in Saturn, the water sign. I feel like Scorpios is kind of tight shit with Scorpio and Cancer. I don't know which one is more emotional than the other, They really don't give me emotional ability between the two. But I don't know because I'm not either of those signs, so I can't really say. Okay, and then we have Libra. It could put restrictions on partnerships, like the same kind of with Scorpio. It could put limitations on relationships, or you could go through a lot of relationships that just feel like a dead end until a point where you finally meet the one in your like late 50s or 50s until you go through that Saturn return energy. You meet a lot of karmic twin flames or karmic soulmates during your youth. Be bad for business wise because it's kind of putting a limit on that partnership energy that you need within working with a team and a group. Between a team and a group where someone might try to take advantage of you within doing contracts and signing things, trying to like work one over you. So definitely look up your Saturn return. Like when is your Saturn return happening? When you do want to make partnerships and sign contracts, if you have Saturn in Libra or in the 7th house. Flip side, if you look at it, having that Saturn in Libra can be good because it can have you be where you just don't want to be with any person. Like you just want to wait and you got like a certain type of person you want to be with. So it could put a limitation on that and make you like question people more in an authoritative way because you probably went through quadric cycles so much in your life with relationships and partnerships, career wise. So it's all in how you take it in and look at it. Okay, so Aquarius and Saturn is kind of not the best because it kind of makes you be limited, like possibly with friend groups or just in a 2023 type of lifestyle, like where we have electronics and all that, and people want to be more visionary. So if you have like Aquarius in there, it kind of probably puts a stop to that visionary mindset. It can make you be more like old school minded, I guess, with wanting with your endeavors and going towards more for yourself. Also, with Aquarius and Saturn, you could give too much of yourself, and sometimes you fail to realize when it's time to go within yourself and like restrict yourself, like a Pisces would. Like a Pisces knows how to take their energy back majority of the time because they feel naturally drained when they're around too many people or too many friends. As for Aquarius and Saturn, they might not know how to put a boundary on when they're giving too much of themselves when in friend groups and stuff, or just in general. Like people always seem to come in and just take from Aquarius and Saturn and really not really pour into them. They're more likely to pour into others. Okay, Cancer. So Saturn and Cancer, I think if you're a parent, you might not want to be a parent. Like you might want to give your kids to other people to have the responsibility of taking care of your kids, or you just don't have that energy of wanting to be motherly to other people. You just want to be focusing on yourself more within. So I guess you could see that as a good and a bad thing because, like I was saying about Aquarius, you can probably be more detached with yourself to where you know, like, okay, I'm giving too much of myself, so now I need to go within me and focus on me because these people are not taking me being a motherly influence in their life as an important factor for them. As for I could just be working on me. You could have issues with your motherly figure, which you have in your moon and like Saturn energy connecting. So you could have like issues with a motherly figure in your life, like a aunt that was taking care of you, or grandmother, just like motherly feminine energy within your life. You could have had like a tight ship, which can make you have this more masculine type of energy when you are out in the world. Like I can take care of myself. I don't need a male and a woman type of energy. Okay, so we got Pisces. And in Pisces might be good because it gives it this limitation on being in a dream state and mentally within the world So you can be like wide awoke and knowing what's going on, so you don't be taken advantage of. Because they always try to make it seem like Pisces trying to get away from themselves. I mean, it's kind of true. But come on. What y'all not going to do is play. But Virgo too, I feel like it's a good placement because it brings limitation with taking care of yourself, most likely, like staying on a diet plan or keeping yourself organized. It brings limitations with that. But the only thing is, career-wise, it could probably affect things. Limitations with money, financial stability, the same thing. It can bring limitations with items of the world. So yeah, definitely look at your Saturn return with that. Okay, and then Leo, yeah, that's a bad placement with Saturn, the sun, Saturn, the sun, because like the sun can't shine bright, it can't bring like an illusion to people. Also, with people having Saturn and Leo, they could have like confidence issues. They could have low self-esteem. Like somebody could be telling them that they look beautiful every day, and they could look in the mirror or just never feel beautiful because of possibly being bullied as a child or just feeling alienated. And then we have Sagittarius and Saturn. So Sagittarius and Saturn, like I said in the past video, Sagittarius is a good placement in majority of the planets. So Saturn and Sagittarius can bring a limitation in education and furthering yourself mentally. Also, it can bring limitations in career, travel. But also, since Sagittarius is a mutable sign, it could bring limitations that will be good for you, so you don't like overdo yourself to where you won't be able to do everything that you want to do in your lifespan. But yeah, that's all, and that's it.